showers and thunderstorms today with strong southwesterly winds to 37 miles per hour.
It's a numbers game, especially for the situation that we're in. We're coming off of a high water event here 48 hours ago.
The outdoors is not a hobby. It's not our passion. It is our way of life. We make the perfect cast, slow our breathing to execute a perfect shot, spend hours researching locations and techniques. Regardless of effort, we fail.
Nice knot.
This series is not about incredible bites or trophy animals. Our goal here at Day One Outdoors is to educate our viewers utilizing new technology to offer a different perspective. Watch as we research new areas, plan out the day, and adjust to changing conditions. If not for other experienced outdoorsmen teaching me along the way, I wouldn't have this life. I owe it to them to pass this knowledge along. I owe it to you. Join us here on Day One Outdoors, and let's learn how to become more successful in the field and on the water from day one.
See what happens. We're on the Snake River, basically entrance of Hell's Canyon right here. And we are anchored up on the edge of this soft water and nice current line. And we're gonna put some baits out here for some sturgeon. I mean, it's just sturgeon fishing.
No, but this is not sturgeon fishing. We're sitting backwards on the current seam. We're sitting in like 12 feet of water. They're catching smallmouth over here.
This is different. This is
Just doubled up. Jeez, all right, I might grab a smallmouth rod. You guys can sturgeon fish, but no, we're backwards in 12 feet of water. I understand the back eddy part, but why so shallow? I mean, are you casting into deeper water over there?
It's deeper over there. Yeah,
Okay.
it drops off. There's a deep little trench over
So
there.
how come we don't just anchor up out there on the main current seam, get the boat straight, and put the lines out straight behind the boat? Because it seems like we're gonna be spinning around in circles here. It's gonna be tough keeping a tight line.
I like anchoring up over here in the softer water because we do try to combo it with bass. So if we're way out there, you're pretty much just sturgeon fishing. You're not gonna get smallmouth there, but we usually try to anchor up close to shore,
Gotcha.
get over here in the shallow water. That way, while we're waiting for a sturgeon bite, we can get some smallies and have a little action. Like Jared back there, he's playing with this smallmouth.
Father and son both got some smallies.
Do you want me to throw these back or are we keeping them?
No, you can throw them. Whatever you want to do. We got bait. We're good.
We're fishing with Adam. So
We
Cody.
chuck this thing out.
See, I'm telling you.
right,
I'm telling you. Yeah, see? Oh, this is definitely a different deal. These for bait today, Adam, we're running what?
We're gonna run a lot of different things. We're gonna run just basically cut bait. We're gonna run some pea mouth, some pike minnows,
That's some black label herring, yep.
Yeah, we got some black label herring. We got squid.
Up here, I mean, we usually use shad downriver because today we are targeting the larger.
Right. We don't get shad up here, at least not very many.
And so we're using different baits.
Different bait. Yeah, we feed them what they eat. Push them right out here. This is where I like to anchor. Drop it right here.
Look out, Hunter. So weird, 11 feet of water.
We got directional current. We're good. Well, shoot, you guys down in Estuary fish like 4 feet for them all the time.
Yeah, but that's when they're actively feeding and up on the flats, because that's where the food is.
Right.
I mean, this is the time of year all these fish are coming up. The really big ones, the ones we're targeting, they're coming up here to spawn. But there's no shad that they're targeting, so that means that they're just basically waiting out here on these current edges, waiting for food to come to them, like track sushi, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
I guess that makes sense. Just watching the lines right now where the boat's swinging around, the weights are dragging, like none of this. No, it was dragging, it wasn't a
I want to
fish.
make sure.
You saw a dragon?
See what I got to deal with? Got a guide anchoring up in weird spots, and this guy's talking to me. Yeah,
Said we were going to Hell's Canyon. There could be a dragon.
this is just weird because usually with sturgeon, I like having perfect boat control so the baits aren't getting pulled around. They're sitting still, they're not moving. This is weird. But hey, what do I know? Might learn something new here today. Maybe we need to back bounce for them, Adam. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hint, hint. Yeah, I haven't done that since I was a kid. I want to do that again.
This is just our first stop.
You got it.
There we go. Oh, son. Woo!
That was a world record time.
Never give up. This is how you win the Bassmaster Classic. Wait a minute. You're not a keeper. Get out of here.
This little feller. Pretty much cast after cast. Kind of fun to catch fish while you're waiting to catch fish. It's like, you know, keeping yourself busy.
Adam, we're only in 16 feet of water right here. You said I'm back bouncing back into 2025. Because it's this shallow, how come, and we're moving spots quick. The last spot we only stayed there 5-10 minutes. So because of that, how come we're not just going over top of these slots and just trying to graph them, see if there's one in there?
You know, they're basically Velcroed to the bottom.
Right.
And they're really tough to pick up on the graph here. If there's one in there that's eaten, they generally get on a bait with, you know, less than 10 minutes. They're on it, they
can
eat it.
smell it, they're on it.
Yeah, and they're on it, and they eat it, and we're hooked up. So, so yeah, we don't spend a lot of time. If we don't get one within like 10, 15 minutes tops,
Yeah.
we've moved to the next spot. Look for a fish that wants to eat. We don't have the population of sturgeon that they have down there, so you gotta bounce around to find fish, and they're not always in the same spot every day. They move around, so we got quite a few up here, but nothing like they got down there on the Lower Columbia, your estuary fishery.
Fishfield is your one-stop shop online for the gear you need here in the Pacific Northwest and beyond. From salmon and steelhead, saltwater, trout and kokanee, even crabbing. Visit fishfield.com today to place an order and have the gear you need shipped fast. Fishfield.com, we have what the Northwest outdoorsman needs.
Every once in a while, a new lure comes along that catches every angler's attention. It could be because of all the irresistible colors and finishes, or the patented skip beat action. Or maybe it's the wide variety of sizes designed for salmon, trout, walleye, steelhead, mackinaw, and more. But just for the record, we know one thing for certain. We didn't design the maglip to catch fishermen. Yakima Bait Company.
Most people aren't allowed to tie up to this dock, but I know people.
Ooh, fish on! Oh, he's whooping you.
My inner Ike and Ellie. Oh, hook came out just like that. There he is. You gotta scream like Ike. No!
The baits that these sturgeon are gonna be keying in on here, I mean, their food source is pretty limited. So they got the smallmouth bass that are up here, because there's a lot of those, obviously. The peamouth chub suckers, there's some carp. So there's a little bit of food source here for them, but it's all just resident. It's not the anadromous fish that we have downstream, like the shad or even the salmon when they die. So they do have some access to salmon and steelhead up here for sure, but it's very, very seasonal, unlike downriver. The main food source for the fish down around Bonneville and the Dalles is definitely the shad, because they come up by the hundreds of thousands, even over the millions most years. So There's an insane amount of food for those fish, and they need it to be able to have enough energy to spawn. Sturgeon spawn once every few years, and they don't spawn until they're over about 5 feet in length. So it takes a lot of food to be able to develop that amount of eggs, and they come up and spawn this time of year here in June.
Cody,
Adam?
I got your elusive carp.
Oh, you got a carp?
I'm pretty sure.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do this like they do with tuna fishing. Tie this rod up to that one when you get spooled.
4-pound test with like a size 12 single egg hook.
It's been done before. Just might need to untie off the dock and go chase him around. Oh, there he is. He's right there.
It is a carp.
No, that was a sturgeon. Adam's been fighting this fish here for a few minutes on 4-pound test. Having some fun. And it looks like it's a carp, which is part of the sturgeon food source. That one is probably a little bit big for any type of sturgeon that are up here. That's a pretty good sized carp. But the smaller ones, like in the 2 to 3 pound class, are just the same size as the shad that the oversized sturgeon are eating downriver. So we'll see if Adam can land this thing. This thing's got to be, Adam, what do you think? At least 8-10 pounds? There. Oh boy, that's a heavy fish. Is our biggest fish of the day so far. We're sturgeon fishing, but Adam can't keep the carp off. Show those fins, there we go. Catching gold bars up here on the snake. People always give these fish a hard time, but this is what I used to catch all the time when I was a kid, because this is all I had access to. So they will always have a special place in my heart. So these fish, for the most part, you can see by their mouth, are bottom feeders, but they will feed on the surface too, especially this time of year. Adam caught this guy on just a simple night crawler. Not the coolest fish today. Hopefully we catch some in the 6 to 10 foot range instead of 6 to 10 pound range, but it's a good start. Let's get him back in the water.
We're definitely gonna catch a sturgeon here.
Adam brought us here. He calls this his insurance hole because there's always fish here. So he just put a little bait on just to make sure we actually caught a sturgeon. There are sturgeon in this river. There are.
That's just a little one. I like to see these because that means they're successfully reproducing. And we always seem to get some new ones all the time. Yeah, they pull hard for
Pulled all right.
little tiny. Not bad.
That poor little fish. An 8-aught hook in his face. But hey, we got one. Hunter's on again.
Same size? Oh, it might be the same one. He's there. Get on him.
Get him! Get him!
We got him. We got him.
It's a little one.
I don't think so. That's a big fish. All right, we finally got a real sturgeon on.
Oh, he jumped.
Oh, he jumped. No way.
2 o'clock in the afternoon, been battling this long.
Oh my God.
Just finally hooked up. Fish jumps clear out of the water. Hook. Gone.
Dude.
Just like that. Oh, that figures. We finally get the bite we were looking for. Didn't even mess up the bait.
Nope.
On to the next one.
Salmon swim up to 3,000 miles to return to their exact place of birth to reproduce. Well, most of the time.
These bigger sturgeon, what they really like to do, especially when you get a little bit of current out there, as soon as you hook up, they come straight to the surface and jump and really thrash their heads around, and that's probably why we lost that last one, because that hook came off right as he jumped out of the water.
Fish on, Hunter! Get a jump.
There he goes. About a 6-footer. Holy cow, we got one, and he jumped and he stayed on.
I like the clicker.
Oh, what? Make that thing bark at me for the next half hour? Oh boy, I have not caught an oversized sturgeon. Well, I guess down the coast I've done it. Jump, 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 jump. There he goes. Yeah! Oh man, I haven't had to do this in so long. The battle begins. He just burned me a bunch of line right out into the current going upstream. Okay, he's resting. Nope, he's not. They're making me fight this fish up into the current. We got another line snagged up and trying to get off. Excuse me, Hunter. Okay, yeah, he's not bad. There's definitely a technique to fighting these fish. Keeping that left arm straight so you're not burning up your bicep. Okay, what's really cool about these sturgeon, even though they're giant fish, you can roll them over without them freaking out. Easy, bud. Just like that. You can roll it over, grab a hold of their mouth, pop that hook out, you clear your hand, but if you start rubbing their belly, they'll stay real nice and calm right here. They'll just relax. But the second you flip them back over, they'll freak out and take off. I'll take this here.
Yeah, we'll get just a length on it.
Right to the nose. You're gonna go tip or fork?
I go tip.
Tip.
We're 90 inches right on the nose.
90 inches, there we go. All these little pock marks are all sensors along with their whiskers. So all these little pock marks right here help them sense movement and bait and food. So the way these fish eat, they use this big sucker and pop food up off the bottom, and they don't have teeth. What they have is a really hard bone tongue and a hard palate on the roof of their mouth, and they crush their food before they ingest it. That's just right down in here. If you stick your hand in there, yep, just instinctively, he's crushing my hand right now. This guy here put up a really nice fight. Again, we don't want to put him under too much stress, so we're gonna let him go here. And again, like I said, as soon as you flip them over, they tend to get a little rowdy, and we gotta be careful of that tail. Fortunately, when they get this old, the scoots, the really sharp triangles on the side and on the bottom, tend to wear off. And he's off. Shaking hands with a prehistoric dinosaur. I love those fish. That's my first one in a real long time. Wasn't back bouncing, but I'll take it. It's one heck of a battle today. What was it, 2, 3 o'clock? Finally get our first, or second one hooked up. First one jumped through the hook. That one even looked bigger. That was awesome getting a 7.5 footer. Tell you what, forearm's starting to burn a little bit. Been a long time since I felt that. Yes. We marked more, let's go get them.
You know, I had so many trips, brother, we go on. You know, we
Hunter.
grind it and grind it and grind it.
Jesus.
Dude. We got it, bud.
Let's go get another one.
Yeah, see, he's already talking. Let's go get another one. All right, we got the first one done. Start racking them up. Woo! Dude, I'm on a roll. Hot bite. Just landed a 7.5 footer. Now I got a 7.5 incher. Definitely been a rooster tail bite, but I was just telling these guys, anytime you get a little system coming in like we just are getting right now, we had just a little flash of lightning, some thunder, starting to rain a little bit. These bass tend to bite pretty well.
It's been a tough day. See here, we're getting after it, but
What are you talking about?
Adam has just been rough on us. I think he's really playing us for fools today.
He congratulated me on making a good cast and a good hook set and fine fish. I had to remind him that I do his job too.
It looks like we found the bait they're after. They're kind of keying in on pea mouth. So that's good. We caught one decent fish, lost a really nice one, and just looking for a couple more bites here. Dude, that ain't no little guy. Get it. Got him.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Hunter, you're up, dude.
There you go, Hunter.
That's a big one there, buddy. That's a big one there,
He
dude.
goes, oh no.
I saw that hook set and it just dink. Oh, Hunter, you're gonna be on it for a while here, bud. I got the little one.
If you need one, I got a belt. We can put the
Oh no, he's gonna have a bruise tonight.
I was gonna
he's
say-
gonna earn this one. That's a good one. Keep that left arm straight. There you go. Otherwise, you're gonna burn yourself up. Look at the rod, dude. While Hunter's working on this fish here,
Yeah.
let's go through rod, reel, line and exactly what we're using. So because these fish are so big, you definitely do not want a longer pole. If you get anything over 7.5 feet long, you're just gonna lose all your power and leverage. So this one here is about 7 foot, and it is bent all the way down to the reel seat because this is a giant fish. Speaking of reels, we have a reel that has no line winder on it, and that's because these fish can pull a lot of line quickly, and that pawl can sometimes lock up and not keep up with the fish when they start peeling line. So having a reel like this, just like what you use for tuna or larger fish, does help. The line itself, this is 80-pound maximum braid 8. That's being pulled quickly off the spool. And then for leader, you can run anything from 130 to 150-pound braid or Dacron. You don't need to try to overpower them. In a long battle like this, it's all about resting when they're running, and then you run when they rest. We're using 12 to 16 ounce leads in the leader. Now this is a little bit different. I mentioned that we're using 130 to 150 pound leader. What I typically like to use is about a 5 to 6 foot long leader, just in case you get tail wrap or make sure that the scoots don't get caught on your main line. However, in this really rocky water that we're fishing right now, Adam has said that using a shorter leader is helpful because it keeps that leader from getting wrapped up and snagged on the bottom. So we actually have a real short section, about what, 3.5, 4 foot at most.
And what I found with longer leaders is you set the hook on these fish, you come up solid and pink, it breaks. And your leaders broke off like 2 feet from the swivel. So shorter leaders solve that problem. You don't get all that extra leader line down there that can wrap around these sharp rocks that literally cover the entire bottom of this river.
You got him, bud, you got him. Just keep putting the wood to him. Oh, there he is, dude. Look at that thing. Reel down one more time.
Watching your son catch a fish like that in this place is one of the coolest things I have ever witnessed. And he did a perfect job the whole time, right?
Down,
It was about 20 minutes of this tug of war.
Oh yeah. $101. Was that 8.5? Yeah, it's 8.5. Yeah, forearm a little tight, hand shaking. Oh yeah, shaking this a little bit. Love it. Nice job, buddy. Excellent job fighting it.